Alright guys, yeah, so now I'm finally got that thing out of here, the transport platform. Got it chopped up and it's moved out, cleaned up the floor, cleaned off the top of the car, kind of picked up all the miscellaneous funky junk everywhere. Um, so yeah, I'm surprised I didn't start a fire during all that, but I got a new fire extinguisher. Don't ask me why I got a new one, but I have a new one. Yeah, so now now it's time to take the car, move it over into its spot. I kind of have a general spot marked on the ground, so I'll kind of explain this fast because I don't want to use up a whole lot of video, because I know I talked a lot in the last one. But basically I have a line marked on the ground and then a string, and it's pulled taut all the way to this spot on the ground too. And then this line actually marks up here on the gantry thing, where I had a plumb, like a plumb bob thing, one of these deals right here. So I took a plumb bob and I hung it from here, kind of spaced out about ½ an inch, and then had it mark a spot on the floor. Then that spot will mark a line that's already marked on the center of the car. Ever since the beginning of this project, I've always had a center line marked on the car. One of the little tricks that I did was during every stage of doing something to the car, like every time we applied fiberglass or body filler or whatever, I've always gone through and drilled little holes where the center line is. So I've done that in various spots on the car, and then I put like a blue tinted resin in the holes, and then anytime I need to find the center line, it's just a matter of simply sanding down to that spot. You know, I may undo some work, but at least I can find my center point again on the car, and it's always marked. And what I usually try to do is, as I build up or cover over the spot, I'll try to mark it with a permanent marker, so I don't have to sand back over that area or anything to find it. But here's like a little hole where you can see I have a center line. There's one inside the car, there's one on the front, there's one in between the Scooby vent things, there's some on the roof, one back here, and then of course I have some on the back bumper area. So, and then I have it always marked with a permanent marker, like I said. So anyway, hope that makes sense when I'm saying. But I think I have metal filings all up in my mouth. So yeah, so once I get the car moved over, kind of generally centered to this line and to the plumb bob string or thing as it hangs, I'll then take the lasers that I have right there and I'll align the beam to hit on this line. So it's going to hit the mark on the ground, it'll hit the mark on the car, and then since it's a linear line, it will also, the other part of the line will hit the center points that are along the other part of the car. And then same thing for the laser at this end, it'll take care of all the center line points on this side of the car. And then the one I have up here in the middle will just, you know, double check the ones on top for kind of a brighter line, really. And then once that's all said and done, I'll have it truly centered. Then I'll raise the car up a tad bit off of its little rolly thingies. All these technical terms. And then I'll jack it up with some stands, and that way it'll permanently be off the ground and stable, and it won't move. So if I lean on the car or whatever, it won't shift or anything. So yeah, so that's that. And I'm going to catch my breath for a second, and I'm going to do that. So yeah, so like I said in the last video, if you guys have any questions and want to get into more details and things like that about all this stuff, then you can always leave comments in YouTube. I try to catch most of them if I can. It kind of takes me a while, so Sorry if there's a lot of delays, especially to my emails. Every time I post a video, I probably get at least 50 to 60 emails. So it takes a while to get to them all, and especially if I post a lot regularly, then it gets kind of crazy. But another thing is, you guys can go to that website I was telling you about in the last part of this video, or the previous video. I'm not really sure if I'm going to split this video up in two because it's going long. But yeah, so go to that site. The site's www.cardesignersandbuilders.com, and I have the link in the description bar, and you can go there, or you can search for it on the internet, on Google, and you'll probably find it. So it's starting to get some good traffic, a lot of good questions, a lot of good stuff going on, and I'm really trying to develop it so that we have a nice resource for people to go to with questions, and other people can kind of chime in on their experience and ideas and just whatever, and share knowledge. So basically that's what I'm doing all this for, is just kind of get this stuff out there. So so anyway, back to work. I'm going to mount the camera, and then you guys can watch me kind of center and align this whole thing. All right, see ya.